URL.
The URL?
Yes, the URL. Loads of new music. Loads of chat. Don't be a twat. Score in cats.
Part of the Clown Army, welcome to Shoutout 17. It is a Tuesday. I'm sat in the studio with my side trance t-shirt on, all for Darren Cole, because apparently he's got a side trance track in the thread tonight. Ooh, side trance. Ooh. Might get 4 cats if it's fucking lucky, who knows? Might give him an extra point just for being Darren Cole and the fact that he's an awesome human being. Anyway, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host for the evening, Pierrot the Acid Clown. This is the Beast That Never Sleeps, and this is Hybrid 23. You're going to hear something from Hybrid 23 a little bit later tonight, about 8:30. Don't get your fucking hopes up. It's not that good, but we'll go through that in a bit. Right, so who we got in the place? Electronic Sounds, Dean Daughters, Benjamin LaQuenta Sorensen, Tony Duncan, Jan S, Stickness, Darren Cole, Alien Pro, Bob, Rando, Hospital, David Jones, Tony Duncan, I might have already said your name, and that's it, that's all commented just yet. So, welcome to the show. Those people who don't know what we do, basically I sit here for 2, maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, and say you should have had a big kick and you need a 303 line in it. That's pretty much my job. When there are other people in the building, they give constructive criticism and feedback. Mine's not so good. Want to also thank PBM TV, Corey Rosen, for streaming this to Public Broadcast Music Television. I shall just get that up so that you can see the Public Broadcast Music TV logo down there. I will get my shit together at some point, I swear to God, and get that all in the promo properly as it should be. I'm going to write slack basically. So hello, dog, what do you want? You want to do the show? You do the show and I'll just run around chasing the ball? No, I didn't think so. Right, so yeah, your drop is in the place as well. I've not seen you for a while, my friend. Right, so here we are. It's a Tuesday night. I'm in the studio. You're all here. I guess we should rock on with the first track of the show. And whilst we do the first track of the show, I'm going to do some sharing. Please, if you can you share as well? First up, we have Arjan. Someone who you will probably definitely catch at Clownfest 7. Don't worry, people, I will do the Clownfest 7 roster and lineup by the end of this month. So I'm going to leave you in the capable, comfortable hands of Arjang, and I'm just going to do a little bit of sharing. Don't forget to smash that like button, people. I've just smashed it right now. so I can share to my other account. Oh, come on. My laptop sucks. So we'll have to do that share in a minute. Okay, loads of comments coming in through. David Johnson, cool style, bit anxious, but high energy 8, I agree. Hostipal says very dystopian in a good way. Yeah, I totally agree. I love the direction that Arjang's going in at the moment. It's much more aggressive and industrial, and I think it works really, really well. I might have liked to have seen a little bit more from the vocal sample. But yeah, I loved the way it's going. It sounded open and spacey while still having a murderously hard kick to back it with. Darren Cole says that was great. Bob says kind of cinematic, nice track. I agree. And Actionless Loveless is joined the party as well. Welcome. You're somebody who's over from Hardware Jams. Just to recap on that, Eric Lewin, who literally is like my #1 in the group at the moment, the URL group, he put up a post saying, can you make a track with just using one synth? So literally one synth for the drum hits, one synth for the sound hits, for the risers, for everything in that thing should come from one synth. There's about 30 tracks in the thread, 30, 40 tracks in the thread, and we will be doing that in 2 weeks' time after we finish up this shout out. However, Arjang, I'm going to give you a solid 8 on that one, my friend. I love where you're going with your music at the moment. Like I say, it's harder, it's darker, it's got more feeling to it. Really, really enjoying where you are as an artist at the moment. A little bit more from the vocal sample. I don't know if that was Juicy Baby doing it. If it wasn't, get her to say those and get her to say a few things over it as well. Love what you two are doing. Yeah, we're underway. Right, next one coming up. Gov Bilge. Pretty sure I'm not saying that right. Thankfully, his artist name is Grow. I can pronounce that. Yes, Hostapol, it's open until the 5th of October, I think it is. So you've got an awful long time. You've got like 2 and a bit weeks to get your track in for that one. It will be going live on a Tuesday night, and it will be, because there's 5 Tuesdays in next month, I decided to do it right in the middle. Just makes sense for my OCD to keep it like that. Anyway, you listen to this while I do one more share. Good. Updating my system. Fuck. Can someone give me some feedback on the sound, please? Says I got plenty of one synths, yeah, so have I, fucking hundreds of them. But there's no way I'd invest that much time into trying to make a track out of just the noises that come out of one synth. It's way too labour intensive. So those people that have done it and followed the actual spec for every noise coming from one synth in a track, well done, people, well done. You have more patience than I do, for fucking sure. Yes, Morgan, one synth challenge is a great way to learn a synth. Absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely. Thank you, Bob. Sound is fine. Thank you very much, my man. Callum says it's good to see Mark back to full force. Today has not been a great day for me. Mum's been ill. I've been kind of looking after her and kind of trying to keep the noise down and stuff. So energy's kind of low tonight. But I'm hoping that will all change pretty soon. Sounds like we're starting off with a bit of a low and slow vibe to the evening so far, which, you know, I'm happy with. Corey says the sound's good too. Thank you very much, my man. Don't forget we're over on Public Broadcast Music TV, and we're hoping to make the switch entirely over to Public Broadcast Music TV sometime soon, but we've just made the switch to YouTube, so we're going to wait a little while before we actually make the full switch over there. You can sign up for free. So, and then we can have all the people from around the world chatting. Mr. Wiggly in the building. Fantastic interview from you on Sunday with Armando, and what a wonderful walkthrough of your Clownfest 6 set, which was brutally good, my man. Brutally good. Thank you, Unhinged Filth. Yeah, get well soon indeed. Yeah. Corey says, the best art always takes time and is always perfect. Well, I've spent about 4 hours on this track from Hybrid 23, and I can tell you it literally sounds like a walk through a Fisher-Price. Like if you gave loads of babies a bunch of Volkers, I'm pretty sure this is what would come out. But we'll go into a little bit more detail on that later. But it doesn't fall into the classic categorization of techno for me. Yankee the Cat, how's it going, my love? You don't have any responsibilities on this stream, honey. You can just like let it go. If someone's an arse, I'll try and deal with it. It's got good groove, eh, Van Dog? Like the synth lines, everything seems to be where it needs to be. The only thing I'm going to say is it might be a little bit repetitive. Like, after this drop is where it should be bouncing around the club, you know? You should be really at the point of your... I guess it depends on where you're making tracks for. Like, if you're making tracks for the dance floor, then for me, here is where you want... Because you've mixed in sort of here-ish, then you've got them used to the tune, then you've had to drop, now you want to slam in hard. I wonder if that's what you're going to do here. Callum, no problem. Thank you for joining us for the first 5 minutes, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of the show if we're still on. I'm going to do about 25 tracks this evening, see how that goes. Benjamin kind of agrees, says, yeah, the sounds are very nice, but I agree it's a smidgen repetitive. Like, if you didn't bang here, then you definitely needed to bang here. I like what you've done. The movement's fine in the track, you know, but it's early on in the night track, you know, when you just kind of, you know, and the drugs haven't kicked in, then suddenly the drugs are kicked in, and you want this, you know? So it all depends on perspective and where you're aiming it for in a night. I think it would be cool to give this anything under an 8 as well. Simply because the noises are good, the flow's nice, just didn't grab me by the nuts. Ostipol says some older Boca Shade vibes. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But yeah, touch repetitive. But again, you're not aiming this at 4 o'clock in the morning for filled up clubbers. You're aiming this at just getting into the club and relaxing into the club, which it works. So yeah, so I think an 8 on that one is, you know. But yeah, where your tracks come back in, they need to bang. They need to be like not cluttered, you know, but it needs to have moved the track on that little bit more, you know, so that people have that chance to just let go a little bit, you know, on the dance floor. And this is speaking from my experience as a clubber. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, it plods along nicely, but I might go and have a cigarette now because I've heard the plodding, you know, a bit too much. Anyway, Stickness techno. Let's just sit back and listen to this. This guy's tracks get better and better each time he puts something in. He hasn't put anything in for a little while, so hopefully he's been in the lab. Bob agrees and said, I like the sounds, indeed needs something to keep the attention. Perhaps just make it a little bit shorter. Yeah, absolutely. But I still think you need that bang point in your track, that look at me attention bit, you know? Really look forward to Stephen's stuff. Really, like a lot. Someone who we've watched grow over the past 2 years. Come on, computer, hurry up, I need to do a share. Don't forget, 8 o'clock, it is the Darren Cole Appreciation Society. Wore my Side Trance t-shirt just for that, man. It's just Fisher's track, eh? Of what Hybrid 23 sounds like. Don't get your hopes up, people. Please don't get your hopes up. I'm hoping we're gonna add some percussion. No, he stripped out instead. Totally the opposite of what I was thinking was coming. Yeah, Morgan, that's exactly what's gonna happen at 8:30. You are gonna point and you're gonna laugh at me trying to fucking work Ableton. You know? I'm so nervous about this already. I wish I'd just fucking videoed it and sent it in, mate. Oh my god, my keyboard's dirty as fuck. Yeah, Dean says maybe louder high house or something. I just wanted that to come in. We're halfway through the track now. Love the idea, Stephen. Love the idea, like loads. Oh, Martin, you're too kind. This is the only fun I get from the internet now. We love you, Mark, for keeping it real. The sound is awesome and perfectly clear. Thank you so much. It's just as much my therapy as it is yours. It literally is. I mean, this is true. This is true. Me, internet friends who I've never met, with their undying love for the support for the URL. I couldn't do it without the producers, the co-hosts, and the people who comment. I can't. It just will fall apart. Yeah, Dean says solid just needs some high frequencies. I agree. What did Stephen say about it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Blue Juice 146 by Stickness. Really like it. And you've got some lovely sound design going on in there, mate. Lovely sound design. Like somebody said, techno with a hint of side trance. Really good. Really good. Tony is loving the bass line. Yeah, I like all the sounds that are in it. I just want to see a little bit more percussion just to keep that interest going. And this break, what's it doing here? That's way fucking late. To do that. And this again, if you're making it for a DJ market, this is where you'd be mixing out. You know, so ideally you want that somewhere in the middle, you know, and then then you want the next bit to carry more percussion or something that like Dom was showing us on Monday. He had loads of little shakery type things, and he'd clustered 4 of them together to create a rhythmical pattern that just kind of moves the track on a bit, so it stops it from being you know, you need those things just to keep the audience listening. Although the sound design in that one was very, very good indeed. Sticks, I think I'm going to give you a solid 8 as well. Right, one more before we dive into Darren Cole Appreciation 5 minutes. There is the Darren Cole Appreciation 5 minutes all loaded up, because he keeps saying oh, Callum, why didn't you say you were near the beginning? I'd have fucking played it, you plank. Anyway, Callum.
Guess how many people won cash prizes on Lotto in Saturday?
None. Nobody wins cash prizes. It's all a sodding con. Right, this is labelled techno, and you know it's going to be. Greg Lucky says synth movement is pretty cool, not gonna lie. However, I'm not a big fan of the mixdown. Could be more energetic. Yeah, and like percussion will do that. You know, just some extra hi-hats in there or some shakery type bits will do that. I can't talk about frequencies because I know fuck all about frequencies. When Jim's in, he'll tell you all about frequencies. I'm hoping to have the lovely Lindsay Mumford in sometime soon because she hasn't been in for months and I am missing her company. By the way, Darren Cole and Tollington have got a competition going to see who's got the worst mixdown. So this one, then at Darren Cole's, and you can tell me which track sounded worse. Loves his music. We'll have you on the show whenever. Jen Stevens has asked me if she can come on the show over the winter as well, and I said, try and fucking stop me. Say this is a work in progress. You can see it there, work in progress. Tollington, Mash Heads. Not a private track, I should have shared the others. I'm sorry about that, I'm being a bit slack tonight. I'm hoping that the URL buzz is going to kick in soon and I go on some sort of crazy rant because I know you like that. Yeah, Unhinged Filth, how did COVID go in your house? I see you got it the other week, which is not fun, and I don't wish it upon my worst fucking enemy ever. Yeah, Callum knows how to make techno, it's just the way it is. I'm pretty sure he uses Bitwig and two touchscreens. Dude's a fucking genius. Ben says, my favourite track so far. Give it a minute, we're only 3 tracks down. But yeah, like, for techno, nails it on the head. For me, touch faster, touch faster. But Tollington knows how to craft a track. And bang. little bit faster. My God, I'm pretty lucky he's giving it a 9 out of 10. Darren Cole says, added. And Benjamin LaQuecha Sorensen says, still a very nice 9 from me. I think I'm going to give it, see, Callum said it'd be brilliant something. Rimming a 9, Callum, rimming a 9. A few more elements to keep it interesting. Synth Texture says 8 cats, nice build up and drops. Yeah, he's got it all there. Just a few, maybe a few more elements, like really big elements to get us out of this. You know, big elements. So we're in the mix out stage, so I'm pretty sure we can move on to the next track, and that's a good thing because it's 8 o'clock and it is time for the Darren Cole appreciation 5 minutes. Phil says club ready. Callum is club ready, mate. Callum is literally club ready. Right. So we are now 5 tracks down once we've done Darren Cole, and that bodes well. Now, apparently he said it's rough as old boots. He's just knocked it together really, really quickly. But for some other people that have listened to it, they've said this is the best track he's ever made. So shall we light one up and listen to the Cole? Seconds into the track. Says, can I run 2 mono synths into a chaos pad and apply both effects to them? I believe you can, but I don't know whether it'll split the outputs left and right. So whatever synth you got on the left or whatever synth you got on the right will only come out of the left or the right. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're going into a mono mixer. Phil says, where's Yenti? He usually never misses a show. This is true, but we had a little bit of a spat in one of the group chats that we're in, and he left the group chat, so I don't know whether he's feeling a little bit left out or something at the moment. But literally, Yenti, come back, my friend. Just stop spamming the group with fucking COVID shit. This is definitely electro, Darren. I know, I feel like I should change right now. This track is not private. Says the vocal processor makes me question how sober I am. I like that stutter on the I like that a lot. is almost in the range of it becoming distorted. Like you've just kept it back from distorted, but you can hear that it wants to be distorted a little bit. That is literally the only downfall of the track, and the rest of it I absolutely loved. I love the way that you put a track together, mate. You've got your own very unique style. You really have, and I'm going to give you an 808 on that one. What would I do to improve it? I don't know. I really don't know if there's anything I would. So on that note, we'll skip on. All right, so we're definitely in for a bit more techno now. DNA is your man coming up. Usually rig kind of techno. This guy usually plays somewhere within the last sort of hour or so for Clownfest, because his stuff is usually pretty fucking banging. Oh no, can't do that. Lucy H, how's it going, my love? He says, woohoo, hello humans. Brad says, this track is busier on the synths, other tracks have been more depth on the drums, difficult to judge. I get the feeling you're talking about Darren's track, and I know what you're saying there. I do wholeheartedly agree with that as well. Another untitled from DNA, work in progress. Like Darren's track and says it needs a breakdown. Actually, that was one of the things I was going to say. I'm like, sometimes Darren, you might just want to pull everything out of the track, just leave it with like a kick drum and a vocal sample, just for a little bit, just to let the track breathe, so it's not quite as busy the entire time. I stopped myself from saying it, but because Dom said it, I thought I'd bring it back to the table. Looks like we've got some sort of breakish down coming in here. Yeah, I was right. This needs to be the part where it's going fucking mental. Oh, Craig Lucky says this needs way more energy. It does feel very subdued, I agree. Hold on, Darren, did I give you... Let me just chuck a link in the thread, just so that we've got some sort of way of finding tracks. Don't forget, this is on my page, both my pages, 3 groups, my artist page, so you can find these tracks at any point. If this was a club night, you'd be walking in, it'd be like 11, 12 maybe, just before the faster sort of DJs come on. I already thought I followed you. An inch filth, everything's weak for you. He says the kick's a bit weak for me. Everything is a bit weak for you. We might even end up with your track last tonight, my man. If you're thinking this is repetitive, wait until you fucking hear what I've got for you in a minute. Oh dear. MC Funoon says, not to offend, but it sounds a little like a Propellerhead's Rebirth demo. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of agree with what people are saying. It feels a bit empty, like there's not enough energy in the track. It's good, it's a good bass, but you just need to kind of like bring it to life. for those reasons, I shall give you rimming an 8. Actionless. You might be right, actually. I believe this is on a 909, MC 909. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure this is an MC 909. We are waiting, Darren. We are waiting for. But I can give you a preview of that tonight. Actually, we're waiting for Doghouse to come back with a. Okay, that's that. Stop. See, now that's usually what we get from. That's usually what we get from DNA. That's kind of what I expected. So hence my my lower-ish kind of scores. But I think everybody in the place was in agreement. Good start for a track. Just needs a little bit more energy to it. All right, there's that. What's this? Okay, here we go. Yacht Dropper. I hope you've got a set ready for Clownfest 7, mate. He said to me, I put it on YouTube, it sounds like shit, so I'm going to put it on my own website. Is that okay? Yeah, it's absolutely fine. What the fuck is that? Where did that go then? That's an arse, I can't find it. I don't know. I'm pissed off as fuck that he missed out on one of the Clownfests earlier on in the year is an understatement. Listen to it. Oh, peeking a little. So hold tight, that's going to be fucking awesome too. By the way, this is your dropper's site. If you like what you're hearing, interesting, very, very interesting electro. Two people have already said tune of the night. Go and check him out. David Johnson, lovely words. Wicked brain damaged acid electro 808. I think I might agree with you on that one, mate. Links just above you, MC Fanoon. Yacht Dropper. He had some real problems when he tried to do his Clownfest set, and unfortunately he pulled himself out. And there was no need for him to do that. There was no need for him to do that. I wish he'd talked to me a little bit more. And listen. and we would have got 20 minutes of this. We should have got 20 minutes twice of this, but hopefully he'll be up for Climefest 7 and you can hear a full 20 minutes of this guy, which I think is going to be really, really good. Sounds like electro breakbeat, but with like a modern twist to it. It's really, really good. I like this a lot. And I'm going to agree with everybody else. 808. Right, Darren, I'm going to give everybody a preview of what you did for the Clang Jewels artwork, because it's fucking superb, mate. Let's just open that up. That's over. 5 minutes. I did not want that to be over. Did not want that to be over. You'll drop it. Yeah, I've already given you an 808 on it, mate. Really, really like your stuff. Really, really disappointed that you didn't make it for one of the previous Climefest, but it's not a problem. Make sure you're in for Climefest 7. I really want to hear a longer version of what you do from you. So yeah. Yeah, okay, right, next up, Duncan Mabry, who might be on a little bit of a techno tip this time.
You hear a song and you share the
Naga 78,
you know exactly what it's
Golden Child, and he's called this Steppers, so maybe it's not techno this time round.
And we are the sheep of the past.
Duncan has a few EPs out and not one of them are fucking shocking. All of them are fucking amazing. Please go and check them out. They're on Bandcamp. I'm going to see if I can get a set out of Duncan Mabry as well. Hamilton of the last track. The flow of this arrangement is sick. Yeah, it really was. Really, really was. See, this is like I don't want to go too much into it, but he did put a post up about it. He was like, I made it, and it sounded too good, so I thought somebody else had impersonated me and done it, kind of thing. Dude was going through some heavy mental stuff at the time, and it's like, dude, I wish you'd just talk to me. You know, just talk to me. We'll chat it out.
Well, everything is possible to how you think. If you we talking about life itself and the future. So we see the image inside, you even have to bring it to life.
Right, let's just stop. Let's just stop and look at the way Duncan's created this track.
Well,
and it's moving on, yeah? So the intro bit, you got the breakdown into the main body of the track and make it a little bit more interesting. Pretty sure I just put a link up for it. Yeah, I did. Your dropper says, Mark, all in for CF7, my man, 100%. I'm in a much better place now, thanks for the encouragement. Not a problem, fella. Like, I really like what you do and I want to hear a longer version. Simply, you know, the long and the short of that one. Unhinged Phil, change every 8 bars so you keep things rolling, moving.
So with music, you can smile and have a drink. without the music.
Duncan says, thanks, Morg.
It'd be too
Is that my
sad.
new name now, Morg, M-O-R-G? That's a hell of a slip on the keyboard. It's about 4 notes, 4 keys away. Your high-end percussive hits are very sparse in this one. Aaron, how have you not added Duncan Mabry before? Honestly, this guy is fucking brutal in his tune making, he really is. Is that your score, Unhingedville? 5.5? Oh, 5.5 bars, I get it. Yeah, maybe a tiny touch, a little bit more percussion in there. I didn't hear too much high-end percussion going on. No. Oh, it is there, but it's very quiet. So overall score, I'm going to give you an 8.5 on that one, fella. Nice track, moves along nicely, bubbles away, but it's perfect for after parties and chilling with friends, or even dinner parties. You know, that would stick that on in the background. Stick all of Duncan's albums on in the background, and literally your night will fly past simply because he makes his tunes so engaging that you want to listen to them. You know. Yeah, so great track there, Duncan. Fuck me, I'm not on form at all tonight, am I? Okay, so Jack Davis did not get his track in for his reserve spot, and I'm hoping, because David Johnson says he's replaced his track, don't skip the intro. Is this the said track that you wanted? Duncan says, thank you, Mark. Not a problem, mate. Keep your music coming. I love hearing your music. I really, really do. Mr. Wiggly says, don't forget to bang that like button, and I agree with him. Not many times me and Dom disagree. A little bit more in the mastering process, maybe, David. It's quite quiet compared to Duncan's track. Bob says, good track. I wouldn't choose it for a dinner party, though. A bit heavy. Depends on who you're having over for that dinner party, really, doesn't it? If most of your crowd that you would usually invite over for it listen to Steps and S Club 7, then yes, they're going to shit their pants. If your crowd that you're having over for your dinner party listens to Breakcore, you should be fine. Duncan says, download my EP then, Mark. I will. I'll get round to it. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say to you, David, is a little bit more in your mastering chain. Very, very quiet, although Bandcamp does not have... We had this argument the other day with Stefan Johansson, and there's no volume control on Bandcamp. He's right, there is no volume. Why is that? Why is that the case? We're just about to go into 2022, and this is the only platform that doesn't have a fucking volume bar on it. Mental. Hamilton says, is there any other dinner party? Now, you've sent me a track, I've just got to make sure it's in the right place for me to... And I'm looking forward to this, actually, because Hamilton writes some lovely fucking techno. Good little breakbeat, touch slow. Please check it. And welcome to the party, by the way. If you stick around for another 10 10 minutes or so, you should be able to hear what I've got on the new system. But like I say, don't get your hopes up, people. It's not. It's not a masterpiece, and it will not be for a little while yet. This is really good, maybe just a touch faster, seems to be plodding a bit. Yeah, it's in that German plod range, you know, the beer drinkers rather than the pill takers. Nah, David Johnson says, I don't do fast. How fast is this? It's that Butterzone 147 again. Touch faster, David, touch faster, literally. Yeah, the noises are amazing, and David Johnson always creates amazing noises when there's tracks, and has done a lovely little journey on those tracks as well. This is absolutely no different, but I agree with Reg, it sounds like it's plodding a little bit. But then when you're a DJ, you've got the pitch fader for that fucking reason, to be able to get it up. Yellow says, grows nicely, 9. I don't think I'm going to go quite that far. I'm going to give you an 8.5 on it. Touch slow, and it's a personal preference here. Like when Lee Harvey puts in a track, it's like, mate, your tracks are excellent, but to appeal to me a little bit more, you're going to have to go a little bit harder and darker. It's the same kind of thing with David Johnson. Absolutely beautiful tracks every time he puts a track in, and I've noticed about 7 this week he's released, you know. But to score highly for me, just a touch faster, just literally a touch faster. Even if you make it and then export it at 155 or something, you know. Uninchville says smash the 200 BPM. David Johnson says 127. Was my chaos pad broken? It definitely says 147. I wonder if it's bust. Oh wait, hold on, it might be. No, it shouldn't be. Right, we are going to move on from David Johnson's track, and we are going to play one more track before I check it out. Lee Harvey's up next. So another person that I want to see do some little bit darker stuff, and apparently this is it. He did say last week that he put a darker track in. David Johnson is literally still a music machine. Honestly, he writes so much music, it's fucking scary. I wish I had his output, I really do. Yes, Lee. So you've got that groove. And how fast are we? Oh no, my fucking chaos pad is broken. Why are you giving me a 147? You're locked to the BPM, aren't you? All those figures, my chaos pads have been wrong. So I trust David Johnson when he says it was 120 something. This is also 127, but it feels faster. Morgan, that chaos pad, the first one that I was touching is hooked up to MIDI and will only accept MIDI, and it won't change the time frame, but the other one ever used a pad in any of my music. That will change. Sweet acid. Yes, Lee! God, I hope you're watching, mate. See what I mean about just lifting the track a little bit more so that it's not what it was here and it's a little bit more here. And he did that literally with a vocal sample. Dean says you got to use those pads. I do now that I've got a Hydra and can. Lucy H says don't forget to like the stream. Thank you so much, Lucy. Bang that like button. It's how YouTube sets out its algorithms and tells it to go on to other people's pages, you know. So I guess until we hit like 100 likes, it's not really going to pick us up. But we're getting there, people. We are getting there. Gonzo says reminds me of a hybrid remix style of an orb track. I'll wear that. I'll wear that. Says if you're using pad sounds, make sure there's full of movement. They're full of movement. Yeah, absolutely. So now we're coming out to the mix out point. I'd mix out here when the beat comes back. Oh, not there. I expected to crash. For the green with you all the way. Chemical Brothers style 9 cats. In fact, I'm going to up it to a 9.5 and say, Lee, this is the best track you have sent our way, hands down. Full of energy, full of movement, did really well, noises are all in the right place, but you do that anyway. You've literally just appealed to my more energy-less, for lack of a better word. Alright, I've got to do a few things before this happens. Says chilling on the kitchen dance floor right now. That's where all the best parties happen, in the kitchen. Yeah, Lee, absolutely fucking beautiful track, mate. Can't fault it whatsoever at all. Really, really like what you did with it. Everything was sweet, and I gave you a 9.5 because of it. Right, I'm probably going to go quiet now, so... oh no, I might... Well, it depends on how... let's put that in there. I've got to take the filters off of here. And you're about to listen to something that I created over the past sort of couple of days. Just got to take those off. God knows how that's going to affect. Oh, louder, a lot louder. Typical. Okay, well, I'll try and keep my vocals down a little bit. Right, this is what I've been doing with Hybrid 23. I've put a Cypress Hill vocal in there, although I don't want to use the Cypress Hill vocal. I'll just turn that down a little bit more. Yeah, I'll put a Cypress Hill vocal in there. I don't want to use that because I'm going to get jumped on for copyright. So I haven't I haven't played with the vocals. They fit, but they're not perfect. But I don't want to spend time with the vocals if I'm going to replace them. And I've asked Catastrophe if he'll do me some lyrics to go with this. So I've sent in that today. So disregard the lyrics. Well, don't disregard the lyrics, but the track is kind of, it's driven by the lyrics, okay? There's very little going on in there whatsoever at all. Right, okay, are we ready? And here we go. Nothing. Ah. I know what I've done wrong. Sorry, people. Give me 2 seconds. Got to do that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Glad I noticed that before we were too far into it, though, eh? Right. Shall we do that again? Are we ready? There you go. You can see that. So there you go. That's that. Yeah, I'll run through the comments in a minute. Let me just plug this, unplug this, sort the filters out, get my seat back, and I'll see what you all thought of it. So that is what I've been doing with Hybrid 23 over the past couple of days. Let me just get the filters back on. There we go, there we go. Close, and then turn that back up a bit. And there we are, we're back in the room, we're back in the room. So yeah. Like I say, Hybrid 23 is not a techno rig. Why would I build a second techno rig when I've already got the beast that never sleeps behind me, which is built for fucking techno? Right, let's have a look. What did we say? Loving this side of Mark. Insane in the brain. It's dope. Don't pay attention to the vocals. Proceeds to lip sync the vocals. Yeah. I know it was going to be a good decision to come and check out the stream. Thank you very much. Professor Dick to Beat, Cypress Hill and Pierrot Acid Clown, great combo. Thank you very much. Grabbing your groin, always grabbing your groin. Oh, Craig Lucky says acid. Marianne Ladybird's in, has just given us a smiley face. Mad Dog Malone says break it down. I don't want to do too much work to it until I've got some other vocals from Catastrophe. Once he's given me the vocals, then I can build the track around it. But at the moment, you know. Alien Probe says wicked, thank you very much. Hamilton says sick work, mate, thank you. Okay, so you're all kind of liking it, which is great. It's a simple track, vocally driven. I didn't want to do too much work on it. Again, watching Dom the other day, and he's saying that you want 5 things going on, and that's about as much as you want going on. So literally, I've got a hydrosynth, the TD, and this, and then Ableton running some drums with some other bits and pieces there. Right, should we move on with the show? I think everybody liked the track, and I'm quite pleased that everybody liked the track. It's, like I say, it's like nursery rhymes, it's like Nirvana, nursery rhymes, simple, easy, stuff that people remember, and that's what I'm hoping that's what that's going to be. Anyway, up next we've got Tony Duncan. Tony, are you in? Which track? All right, okay, cool. It's from the Electronauts. It's not from the Poets. Electronic Science says you are leveling up. Thank you very much, my man. A Yellow says Psypop, you cheeky butt. Oh, wait, you won't be able to hear that, yeah? Oh, you will, I can. There we go. I'm glad you all liked it. I was shit in my pants because of the talent within the URL at the moment. That's literally Fisher Price. Anyway, I'll shut up. You listen to Tony.
Out of darkness into light.
He's joined the party as a going, my man. Bob says you didn't really need that much of a disclaimer. I know, but you know.
There comes a time when peace of mind.
He says, if you think that was Fisher Price, just wait until you hear my fumblings and stumblings on modular gear. That's why I've never gone for modular. Honestly, it's... If you think I don't know what I'm doing now, or modular, it's even worse.
Out of darkness into light. Break
Tony's put up a few pictures of him in the studio recently, and his face is like that. Smile, motherfucker, it's supposed to be enjoyable.
time slip by. All the doubts and fears are through. There's a great reward.
Mando, the hydrosynth was on bass work there. Oh.
There comes a time when peace of mind is the only pathway to a new. But don't let
Give me 2 minutes and I'll send the... Hello, Pudge. Haven't seen you for a while. How's it going? What have you been up to?
out of darkness into light. Break away. The sunlight in you starts to
Mando, I've seen lots of people use Lego for their modular cases. Do it.
don't
link you up to Tony's track. Once again, a beautiful slice of music coming the URL's way. So pleased that Tony Duncan, with all his bands and projects, is putting into the URL. Why? Because it sounds fucking lush. This is mint. It's Tony Duncan, people. It's Tony Duncan. I expected nothing less. If you've not checked out he goes by False Flag Document, Electronauts, and The Rancid Poets. All three projects are very different to each other and sound amazing. He says, if I submit it at Lego Ideas, I need all of you to vote for it so it becomes a readily available set. Absolutely, my man, we'll do that for you. Reminds me of the Editors, this. And I saw them live once and they blew me away when I saw them. Again, for me, music is all about live. And it's great that this is recorded and mastered and sounds brilliant, but I think these guys will have presence on stage as well. Hey, Warren's just joined us. He says, evening all, just passing through, really nice synth pop, 9 Rubik's Cubes. I'll agree with you, Warren, I really will. It's not really my thing, but I can appreciate the sound and how it's presented, you know, and it deserves praise. It deserves praise. There we go, right on cue as well. So, if you don't know who the Electronauts are, please, for the love of God, get over there. They've got 12 subscribers to their thingy right now. I'm hoping that, you know, I've just made 13 and a lot of other people will hop over there now and make it 14, 15, 25. You know, the URL is all about sharing the love, and what you're supposed to do is have the URL, this screen up, watching us, and then over on a different device, because I know you've all got different devices, you have the URL thread up, this thread here, and then you go through and you tell people that you like their stuff, you know, that's what it should be about. That's what I'm hoping it'll be about. Matt Dobbs says, new one from me and Catastrophe, but there's no track there, so I guess I'm going to have to ignore that. I believe this is, Divine Masculine. A bit early on the night for Divine Masculine, but here we go. I believe that Tony pushes his Bandcamp pages and other pages more. I think YouTube is just a backup for him for visual aid, which is why it doesn't have as many views as it would on Bandcamp. If you like your hardcore, this is the man for you, innit? Says nice and fun started. It's Divine Masculine. This guy writes just hardcore, and I believe he's been that's Ravex. He's been doing things with Yeti. Of course, arm pump and action, exactly. And the thing is, these kind of tracks always score kind of well because they're a breath of fresh air, and we don't get too many of them, you know. Hamilton says kicks on point. This is aimed at clubbers at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's all about just, you know, that ritual dancing thing that we've been doing for thousands and thousands of years, which the powers that be want to stop us from doing. We've always met in big groups and done mushrooms and whatever else was available at that time, you know, so doing drugs and dancing has gone hand in hand for the human race pretty much since we've fucking been on this planet. Stopping us from doing that is criminal. Free party these are not. There's the rant for the day. Boom, 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 boom. Alan Crawford says, this is the quickest and angriest macaroon I've ever eaten. Duncan Dog, no worries my man, thank you very much for your track this evening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of a Tuesday, and we'll see you next week hopefully. Maybe you can stick something in for part 2. Yeah, actual dancing, you know, like back in the day it was probably just drums, you know, because they didn't have massive instruments. So I imagine there were some other things they were hitting as well to make, you know, other sort of sounds. But I imagine they were just drums, and we'd all be tribally, you know, ritualistically dancing to it whilst all being off on nut. It's what humans do. To stop us from doing that is fucking ridiculous. Literally fucking ridiculous. Like we're not born to work 5 out of 7 for 40 years. 9 to 5 out of 7 for 40 years. That's not what humans are put on this planet to do. It's where we've evolved to. We've only evolved to that in the past sort of 2,000 years or so, probably a little bit more than that. We all should be meeting up in big groups to be dancing. It's cathartic. It gets it out of us. It's what we've been doing for fun since we've been on this sodding planet. What do you think fucking Stone Age? Oh, it's a clock, it's a this, it's a that. No, it's a meeting point for people to get off their fucking nut. That's exactly what it fucking was. 9 for you, Divine Masculine, my friend. Please keep your tracks coming our way. Love a bit of faster hardcore, I do, because it really gives you that chuffing energy. Matt Dobson, disappointed there's nothing in here from you and Catastrophe. Anyway, Marco Polo coming up next. Mad World Doo-Doo Mix. Does that mean poop? Hard Acid Energy. I fucking hope so, after that last track. Divine Masculine says, thank you, Klein. No, thank you for putting your tracks in. If you didn't put your track in, I wouldn't have been able to have that rant, and we wouldn't have been energized by your track. Thank you. Let me just turn that down a bit. I hope this is hard energy. You started off kind of slow. Says 9.5 Rotterdams for previous track. Yeah, absolutely. And again, we had this talk in the URL group. You never know what's coming next. So you've got to judge each track on its own merit and where it's designed and where it's aimed at, you know? Like, I could give tracks 3s and 4s because they're not my personal style, but that's wrong. I've got to tell you, you know, why I like it, what elements I like in the track, where it's aimed at, you know, is it a DJ track or is it a listening at home track, that kind of thing, you know? Excellent. Divine Masculine says, I will put my tracks on the show. This is fun to do. Awesome. Thank you very much. Like I say, it's just as much your therapy as it is my therapy. Every Tuesday we get here, we forget what's going on in the world, and we just chat music, and I fucking love it. Wouldn't change it for the goddamn world. 154 BPM, I shall just check that on my trusty Chaos pad. Yeah, I concur. Somewhere around about there. Mine says 155. Sounds slow though, doesn't it? Yes. Alien Probe says sounds slow after the last one. Again, you don't know what you're going to get or what order they're going to come in, and sometimes that will affect the score of a track just because we've just been in that energy level, you know? I try not to let that happen, and like I say, I try and mark each track on what it is, where it's aimed at, and how it's going. Morgan says the nature of the sounds used after your perception of tempo at times. Yeah, absolutely. Like I've heard people play my track and I'm like, that's really slow, and they're like, it's 150, or like, oh, that's really fast, and they're like, no, it's only like 120 something. It all depends on the elements that you've got going on within the track as to how perceived fast it is, if you know what I mean. Like this for me is the worst part in a track, because you're dancing away and it's hard energy, and then suddenly the music goes and you just kind of sat there or stood there, with water in your hand, like looking at people like, what do I do now? Smile? Take a sip of water? Yeah, this is awkward time for me. I'm an awkward person as it stands, and this is perfect awkwardness for me. Mad Dog says it's a time out. I don't do time outs. I want the track to breathe, but I don't do time outs. Amateur. 175, half-time is still 175, but doesn't sound it. My dog says take a sniff. Yeah, alright, okay. Maybe you do need a timeout for a little sniff. I only scream if the music has got on me there, Morgan. Morgan says, that moment I scream the lungs out of my body. Bob says, pretty quiet break, but that could work. Again, it depends on what tracks you put before it or after it, Do you need that break, or if you have one in the last one, just to keep things rolling along. Just feels a little empty and a touch slow for hard energy. Yancy says banger. It's a good track, it's made well, it just sounds like it's missing a little bit of oomph. Hamilton, I believe, is agreeing with me, says that kit could do with some treatment here, but the rest is pretty balanced. Yeah, everything's on for a track to do what it needs to do. It just feels a little empty. And what was the other word? And a little bit slow. No, Inky says that breaks where you mix in. I'd say somewhere around here on a cymbal splash. Because otherwise you're missing the comeback of the track to then mix out, yeah? Alien Prep says we brought it back down for 156, I'm going to put it back up again. Yeah, do that, resubmit it, we'll remark you then. How about that? Oh yeah! Someone I get excited about. Why do I get excited about? Just fucking listen to this. The Hitchcock Guillotine. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it is. The Void. Confusion Inc. I believe is emo band. I'm only saying emo because that's as close as we can put it into a category. I'm sure you'd very much disagree with me. But here is the Void Hitchcock Guillotine remix. Stop with your long intros, you bastards! I bet I could knock this onto about a minute in and it'd still sound the fucking same. Mad Dog gave 8+ cats for the last one. I was not going to quite go as far as 8 cats. I was going to almost go to 8 cats, but if you pop it up to 150, whatever it was, bring the kick up a little bit more, and yeah, I think you're there. Hamilton says, does he have a side fringe? Well, like all good emos should.
A disconnect. You want that? Nothing. What you see, it tends the void that forces you to look back at eternal nothing. To kill the void.
Darren Cole says intros are important. Intros are not important, and I'm speaking from a purely DJ side of things. I mix on the first kick drum. That first kick drum, boom, that's where I want it. That is Hitchcock Guillotine's track. Morgan says, and add another acid line. Can't hurt, right? Can't hurt. Yeah, acid comes in all kinds of forms these days, Morgan. You can definitely 100% slow acid these days. It comes in crystal form. Paper when I was a kid, innit? It was paper. Chew that, put it on your tongue for a little bit, and then swallow, innit? Dick2B says, intros can be great if you just listen to music, just not useful for riff mixing. It's really not, you know? And I find drum and bass is the worst offender for this. They have massive long fucking intros. Okay, so it's more of a soundscape from Hitchcock Guillotine. No, I'm not going to be killing robots to this one. Smoke if you got 'em. Says it is a void, yeah, it says so in the title, somewhere over here somewhere. It's not flicking my beam. I kind of struggle with the more industrial soundscapes, but you know, adamantly puts it, regularly puts it in, and his stuff is literally not to many people's tastes, but he keeps putting them in, and I fucking love that. Very, very similar to this, so although Worm has kind of gelled his sound a bit more, and they're coming across a little bit more like tracks. You made us wait 3 minutes 51, Mike. What happened? When it kicked in, but you made us wait such a fucking long time for it, and that will be reflected in my score. Yenti painting lovely pictures here. 100, put this in the final battle of a new AI war movie versus humans, and it would fit fucking perfectly. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Can you dance to it? This is where I come from with music. Can you dance to it? I suppose you could do that golf thing that they do, and they... Morgan says preferred it with the kick. See, I preferred it without the kick. I preferred it with the kick. It sounded like a track at that point, and there was something I could get my teeth into. Like I say, I really struggle with the soundscapey kind of stuff because it's literally not on my radar. For games and movies and stuff like that, though, it fits absolutely perfectly. And so, literally, this one is going to be a personal preference thing on this, and this is going to be a 707, I think. You made me wait way too long for those drums. When they came in, I felt like I was killing Terminators again, which is great, which is what your stuff does. But like 4 minutes out of a 5.5 minute track of literally intro, just didn't pique my interest, unfortunately. But Mike, please keep putting stuff in. Yeah, even your emo band stuff, mate. We absolutely love it. I want to see the musical journey that you're all on. You know, Leaf did his own thing. Then he got together with Johnny T, and now he's doing Brain Sniff, which is a punk band. Brilliant. I've got me. I went over and started, you know, making music with the War Minstrel, and we pulled Doghouse in, and that was great. We're now the Clown Jewels, so that's a band. We're now thinking about starting a band up together with Dobbs from Monstrometer. I think it is Monstrometer? Monstrometer? Anyway, you know who they are. Moving swiftly on before I put my foot in my mouth any fucking more. We have, I believe it's Dr. Evil coming up. Let's call it Acid. We shall see if it is. Right, in 25 minutes, can we share again, people? Because that'll be 2 hours of the show. We're starting to lose a few people. It'd be nice to pick a few more up on before we go into the third hour of the show.
Blood spurted from his nose in a large bloody his farm.
Right, you're going to have to mark this, people, because I'm about to go off for a coffee. Because he's flagging, innit? We'll see you in 2 minutes.
Blood spurted from his nose and a large cut bloodied his farm. Spurted from his nose and a large cut bloodied his farm. Blood spurted from his nose and a large cut bloodied his farm. Blood spurted from his nose and a large cut bloodied his farm.
Wait back. Okay, so let's see what we've got for this one. Bob says nice work. Such dark atmosphere. 8 cats and 8 kills. Morgan. MC Fanu gives it an 8.8 as well, I believe. Mando says nice kick. Might have been for the last one, I'm not sure. Warminster says love this like a filthy Union Jack, and Inky the Cat says love Union Jack. Okay, so that's Dr. Evil, ladies and gentlemen. He used to work very closely with Miles on remixes. here's a link to it.
Blood spurted from his nose and a large cut bloodied his forehead.
Oh, awesome vocal. I'm really sorry I can't mark that. Literally, I heard the intro, I heard the outro, I didn't hear the body of the track. However, there are comments in there. Actionless says, it sounds like a very late part of the rave, closer to the morning. Yeah, no problem. It was darker and moodier, and that's the kind of thing that that Dr. Evil puts in quite regularly. Dark and evil, ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, where are we in the thread? Oh, we've got Charlie Ryan coming up. All right, where are we? Sam Greeny coming up next. Not a name I've seen before, or maybe once or twice. It's only after about 3 months do you actually get like recognized by me. Anyway, I'm gonna knock this on a bit. 6 minute long track. Just gonna turn that down because I think it's gonna bang. Don't forget, people, in 20 minutes, if we could all share again, that'd be awesome.
Rebellious type, never been a sheep or a meddling type, never been the one to listen when the devil in a suit telling our type, telling us lies, begging our type, misspelling our name, never saying it right. From
what you started with sounded crisp as fuck, now it's sounding a bit muddy. Could be wrong.
When they say that you change because I see you grow, when they say that you got it like, who do you know? How did you get that? Who did you owe? Interrogation, did you make those same cool friends that
maybe the vocals are just very back in the mix.
So much hate they were holding it in, and they wanna come back when they see you go in. Where you been, where you been, where you been? We get a bit mad, get a bit mad, get a bit mad. I don't know you, don't get upset. You were never no threat. Who do you be used to the rain?
4 minutes of agrees with me and says wish the vocals were more up front.
Looking for who you can blame. We get that money up 'cause we choosing the chain. Where the colour of the brick you reside makes your
Like the drums came in crystal clear,
in the jungle, man, I walk with pride.
and then everything that's been added just kind of sounds like it's in the background a little bit.
Roll in the boat and they drilling it in, and they holding the ring and they watching you sink, and they wanna come back when they see that you swim. I'm like, where you been, where you been, where you been? And we get a bit mad, got a bit nuts in here, got a bit nuts in here, and we get a bit mad. It's all too much in here.
I really want to hear those vocals up front a bit more.
Got a bit nuts in here, got a bit nuts in here. We get a bit mad. It's all too much.
Apparently, Actionless says nice. Our homeboy Hostapal, excellent. So it is a new face to the stream. Brilliant. Hey, Fanatic 12,000's in the building. How's it going, my man? You are hell. At your service. I've turned it up in the studio so I can get a really good listen to it. I like it. I love it. Like I say, the percussion on the drums is really high in the mix. Those high sounds go up to that, but the rest of it seems a little bit lower. Yeah, the hi-hat is massively loud. Yeah, Warmint, so I agree with you. You need them vocals to be in your face. They're in your face vocals, right?
I make a man spit to me, down on one knee with a ring for me. Cause once I pass on the mic and I'm like, here fam, what you really gonna bring for me? I make a chick spit to
vocals sound like they're a bit higher in the mix now.
Never chat shit on the mic, so the girls they like, but I'm like, yeah, she's into it. I make a chick spit to it, my bar's got a nice little ring to it. Never chat shit on the mic, so the girls they like, but I'm like, yeah, she's into it. I got her into it, she never like rap, I got her into it. I got her into it, she never like rap, I got her into it. Stop, calm down, take a breather. Called it a tantrum when it was a seizure. Lay there for another mouth epileptic, had to do a madness, take off the
Mad Dog says still a nice track. Yeah, I like it. I just want to hear some of the other elements brought up a bit, and you're going to score really high. Acid follows the vocals kind of nicely. Did I link you up to this track? I don't think I did. Let me do that. Like I say, the vocals sound a little bit higher in the mix now. Right, I've definitely watched 3 minutes of this guy's channel.
I
See, I kind of understand why you've left everything, well, not everything down. Those noises that you just brought up, those noises. Like that little skit, why did you not put it earlier in the track? One Mitchell says 7.9 felines. I'm going to up it to an 8 because I like it. I like what's going on. But you're pushing 9s, 9.5 if you just bring some of the things up in the mix a bit and stuff those vocals right in our face. Okay, MC Fanoon says 9 for the visuals, 8 for the voice, 6 for the backing. So averaging out at around about 7 point something.
I got her into it. She never liked rap, I got her into it.
Oh yeah, it is Hospital. Great name, mate. Great name. Yeah, good track, fella. I just feel like it could do with a little bit more rejiggle in the mix, just to bring some elements up a little bit. And you have got a rocker there, mate. Absolute fucking rocker. You could even go nastier with those sounds. The track sounds like it wants to be really aggressive. So don't hold back on some of those screechy kind of synthy sounds. Just bring those out a little bit more, you know. But yeah, good track. I'm going to give you an 8 on that one. With a little bit more play around in there, you're hitting the 9s, I think. Right, somebody else who I respect mahoosively, who joined the Clown Army about 6 or 7 months ago. Oh, we've got our first advert of the night, people. Who are we sponsoring? StreamYard. Yep, StreamYard. I might actually go over to StreamYard. What Dominic Hawking did when people could drop in with StreamYard is awesome. Come on, we're wasting airtime now. 14 minutes, and you have only barely gotten into the intro. Anyway, John Alchemy, ladies and gentlemen. Yanis Spyridakis. Awesome fucking name. Hostapol says, cheers guys. Mixing not my speciality, especially vocals as a synth man. I feel you, fella. I've come from hardware where I don't really even look up frequencies and and mixing and mastering. It's just kind of, can you hear it? Yeah, you can hear it. Let's go. To here where I can get in and edit those bits and pieces now. Really want to see some more of your tracks come our way, fella. We're here every week. There is a loophole in the thread that means it's 1 track per show. But there are 2 shows catered for by 1 shoutout. So if you get one in nice and early, you can get one in for show 2. That's loud, John. Let me just turn that down. No, you're still loud. That kick's huge. And don't forget, we've got the 1 synth, 1 track challenge running in the URL at the moment. I'm going to pin that post as well. Just find a happy medium for John's kick here. Oh, excuse me. Bubbly butt. No, over the line again. You have to stay there, John. Sorry, that's loud enough. Oh, you can't see John's face. I wonder if I can. There you go. There's John's face. There's something loud in that mix, John. Under compression and into compression. I'm gonna have to just notch it down a little bit, mate. Don't want to. The stuff this man does with vocals is fucking insane. whole issue with the Volcas, right? Let's say you buy them new. What's that, 140, 300, 600, 750, or 730. 730 quid? Imagine the fucking kit you could have had with 730 quid. That's why I don't like them. However, weekly, John Alchemy puts stuff in that he uses Volcas, and he shuts my mouth on that, you know, on the Volca subject just instantly, you know. Listen, I'll shut up. Oh, don't you go as well. Oh, it's too light of flints I've lost in the past couple of days. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I dig what John does a lot. This one, unfortunately, is missing me by. It's a little slow and a little too beautiful for me. I like my music a little bit more darker. That shouldn't really take away from my score, but it's a personal preference on this one. I think for the fact that you're using 5 Volcas there, and you're getting the most out of them, deserves 8+, you know? The reason I might not give it 8+ is because it's not within my comfort range, you know? But 6-minute track, did not get bored apart from the intro. Once again, John Alchemy shutting my mouth royally on Volcas. Meh, Volcas are tosh. They're not. John just made a beautiful track. That's 8+. MC Fanoon says for yoga meditation. Yeah, it really is. Will Joseph, beautiful track. Inky says, I'm addicted to modular slow stuff, but never want to make it though. Yeah, I know. Actually, somebody in my past said something about this. I'm like, I'm not very good at making such and such music. And he was like, well, maybe you're better at appreciating it. I never looked at it like that. You know, what I appreciate making and what I appreciate on a dance floor might not actually be the same thing at all. You know, totally. What I end up making musically might not even be listened to in a club. You know, really, really open my mind to the fact that you don't have to produce that. You have to produce what you know, what you're good at. You know, essentially, or where the mood takes you on the day. You know, it's different all the time. Right, moving on. I gave John a score. I said 8+. Probably not 8+ for me because it's a little bit light, but you know, deserves 8+. It deserves 8+. What? No adverts? Look at the state of this fucking intro. I am a 7-minute track. I'm not listening to the whole thing.
When you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need
fucking intros. So I'd start mixing that here.
when you feel the world's over,
Go.
when you say you're feeling lonely,
Anyway, I have to, ladies and gentlemen.
you know where to find me. When you feel the world's over, when you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need
Warren agreed with me on the last track. Lovely stuff for the ears. Thanks. 8 marshmallows. Love it. Moving 81 said, love that, John.
if you ever need
So it's good, let me just not let that. is when I start prepping for it, and I start moving things over, and then once it's, it's longer than 6. So if you get your tracks in before 6 o'clock, that'd be great. Yeti intro. It's a fucking girly vocal, isn't it? That really, really quintessential, commercial vocal. Right now, for those drums buried on this? I think so. They are definitely lower than everything else though, yeah, I agree with you, yeah. Yet to even give that advice? Talking to Iapta saying, have you contacted Liquid City Records already? Because they would take you in immediately. I agree that the drum sounded a little muffled in the background. However, it's too far down the Ibiza road for me. Right after this track, if we could share again, people, that would be awesome. Try and limit to a couple of shares a night, just because I don't want to piss people off.
When you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need shelter, you know it by me. When you feel the world's over, when you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need shelter, you know it by me. When you feel the world's over, when you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need shelter, you know it by me.
Seven minute long track, and you give us 2 minutes of intro. Okay, unfortunately this one passed me by. It's not got enough movement in the drums. And so all doing the same thing, and we've got that girl going over the top of it. And long break. Everything within that track at any point sounded pretty much the same. There wasn't enough there to grab my attention on it. You know, I kind of zoned out a little bit. But you know, the tracks that you're making are absolutely awesome. Don't fucking listen to me at all, because I talk shit and right out of my bottom. But the drums were a little bit muddy on that one once somebody pointed it out to me. I guess I should listen to it a little bit later in the studio. But, you know, it's got a really commercial, accessible vibe to it, you know. And if Yenti says that Liquid City Records will take you in an instant, then, you know, that's pretty good praise. Maybe tap them up and see what they say. Your commercial appeal is huge, like absolutely huge. I'm not going to take that away from you. You do write some lovely commercially appealable tracks. They just, for me, they don't. This one in particular, you've put some in when you do. Is it the electro stuff? No, this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Some of your liquid drum and bass is absolutely beautiful and stunning. This one just felt maybe a little bit lazy, and that's probably rich coming from me as what I did earlier. So my score is going to be 7-something on it, and I don't know where in the 7-something it falls. And literally because it kind of just passed me by. I hate giving bad score. It's not even a bad score, you know. It's just it doesn't appeal to me massively. And I guess that's what you're after. You're after honest advice, right? Rather than like, yeah, really good, like that. No, I didn't like that because of A, B, and C. Anyway, sodding intros. Look at this. 6-minute long track. All right, what was everybody else saying? Yeah, V-Lady says, I like it overall, but feels like it wants to start banging, but then doesn't. More bass. Yeah, absolutely. I happen to says, guilty mark of being a bit lazy. You know, I hope that what I say doesn't come across and hit the ears in a bad way, because that's never how I mean it at all, you know. It's just personal preference. I'm allowed not to like things. It bugs me when I'm like, don't like Pink Floyd. What? You don't like Pink Floyd? You gotta listen to this album. And then sits there and proceeds to fucking play all of Pink Floyd's back catalogue for the last fucking 50 odd years or whatever. And at the end of it, I'm gonna go, no, I still don't like it, you know. So you're allowed not to like things, but you have to say, tell people what you don't like. Don't just go, that's shit, and fucking, you know, bash it off the table. You got to say why you don't like it. What elements about it don't you like? So that I can improve. And there's nothing worse than putting your latest fucking mix under your friends' noses, and they say, yeah, good. What kind of fucking feedback is that? Anyway, I'll shut up. Le Blonde Electro with a ridiculous fucking 2-minute long intro again. Morgan, I never did. It's because see, this is where you have to get your. I might have to put that. That's rule 13. It's just come in. It's not the thread that gets refreshed. It's the whole thing, and depending on how much shit I fucking posted, I got to fucking wade through it. On the toilet, because, you know, why not? Me, commenting on Dom's stream. Keep people positive with Tim Miller. Awesome stream, that. My bare naked ass. Y'all love that. Yeah, we did our turn. And then I got to find where we are on the sodding thread. No, Morgan, I didn't miss your track, you just didn't get it in at the correct time. Yeah, I might have to make rule 13, maybe sub-edit it a bit. But you get the idea, right? Mr. Wiggly, not a problem, thanks, you are amazing as well. I had a wonderful time doing the interview show myself. I've caught nearly all of them. I think I've missed 3 out of the 21 that have been about so far. You marry gear talk and family craziness into a wonderful show, Dom, and it's a pleasure to watch each week, it really is. The link wasn't there, Inky. He didn't get it in. What he did was he put his original comment, placeholder, and then didn't get it in before I set up the thread. tide you up when this track's over. Morgan says mine's less than 6 minutes, so you don't have to skip playing anything. It's exactly 6 minutes, and I'm going to stop it there. It's my show, my rules. Why'd you make us wait all that time? Chris says, so my EP titled, now that's what I'm called intros, is like to flop then. Yes, very much so, very, very much so. Oh no, it's LeBlanc's track, it's not Morgan's track. Damn, I can't wind him up. PC mixing, did I? I'm pretty sure I wasn't PC mixing there. I'm pretty sure I didn't remix anything live. Stop making me worry, you bastards. Anyway, so I was going to properly rip into you about that. Like, what in the pot of noodles is that noodle? It did feel like a noodle. Massively long intro on it. Just felt a little bit noodlish until you got up to here and added the vocal. And then it worked. The vocal was lovely, and I just wanted to hear it dotted through, like maybe it's blatantly from a whole track. Could you just like dot little bits from it through it? I'd bring the vocals in a lot sooner, just to bring it away from that noodlish feel. So I'm gonna give you a 7.7 on it. Darn. Yeah, I thought that was Morgan's track, and I was just gonna wind him up about it so much, but it turns out to be LeBlanc's track, so I couldn't have gone balls deep on it. Darn. Right. MJ Hellraiser. The fucking intro on that. And it's over 6 minutes, you plank. No, it's not. 5:24. All right, I'll let you off. You didn't hear the vocal in that. Let me just go back to LeBlanc's track a minute. Yanti says, what vocal? There's a lady in there. Hear it? No. Might not do it again, but it's definitely there. Opera voice. There is vocal. I'm telling you, go fucking right. Get your ass over to LeBlanc's fucking thing and you listen to that on your headphones or your speakers at fuck stupid loud, and tell me that there's no opera singer in there. You fucking, like I say, when that opera singer came in, it made sense for me. I could definitely pick up on it. So maybe my volume is okay in the studio. And yeah, like I say, it just gelled the whole thing together. Before that, it felt like a noodle, and it just stretched itself out to get to that point. And then you gave it to us like 1, 2, and that was it. You know, you could have definitely played with that a bit more. Right, back into MJ Hellraiser. With a stupidly long intro. John says, could be a soprano male singer. Absolutely. Why not have the both playing off of each other as a rhythmical thing, you know? They don't even have to be saying words at that point. Morgan says it's 32 bars. Well, that's fucking 16 too many then, isn't it? Oh, David, are you feeling down, I know you had a birthday the other day, so skip intro, skip song, skip live. Is that the new Train Spotting advert? Ah, Morgan. I wanted to tear your track apart. You can. We're only fucking... Wait a minute in, 2 minutes. Oh. Good, David. I hope you're not you're not feeling bad over there. But that's a great tagline for the new Train Spotting. I like it. Skip intros, skip the song, skip live. Head in the glue bag. Right, long track, and you got my interest here. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to go too complex that it loses, or are you going to leave the groove? Morgan's somebody else who's just surprised me massively. Been around the Clown Army for fucking years. It's only in the last sort of 8, 9, in the last year that he's been putting in fucking tracks. And they just get better and better. He's always got several melodies playing off against each other, or complementing off against each other, I suppose, you know. I know people who struggle to put like 1 or 2 melodies in, and he's got 4. Oh, David, Snake Plissken wants his groove back. Like it. Again, we're in the... Do I drink? A little bit of a line. Pill. Hug the person next to me. Get off my hydrozyph. Yes! Stick an opera voice over this too. Oh! Morgan, this might be the best thing you've put in ever. Of tribal step in it, the band tribal step, the way it moves. Did you used to play in bands, Morgan, at all? I'm guessing drums or bass. I can hear an opera singer. It sounds like that should be in it. I don't think it is an opera singer, I think it's a tone. Wait. What did you play, Morgan? He says, I've been in a couple of bands but never enjoyed it. That is because you have to do this shit, huh? You were born to do this shit, my friend. And being in bands has prepared you for it. Same for me. I started off on drums, realised I was never going to do it, but it told me the drums are the backbone of the track and you really need the drums. So I moved on to bass. I'm like, okay, so I'm providing the kind of rhythmy, along with it. And then I moved up to guitar, decided the lead was probably not for me, and started on rhythm. But it preps you for knowing everything in your setup and how it works and how it should work and what it should do and how it should do it and when it should do it, you know? I said the B word. What B word did I banned? Escape from Boris Johnson. Yes. Great fucking title for that one. What shall I Escape from Boris Johnson? That's an absolutely awesome title. Yeah, Morgan. Stunning. For me, that was track of the night. Moved on really, really well. Did not expect that to come out. That had passion and heart in it from the fucking from the intro, which was ridiculously long, right until the mix out point. For me, that was gold star. You put effort into that track. Like a lot of effort into that track. Noises were on point. The way the noises moved throughout the track, the movement of the track, the whole fucking thing was really, really good. Morgan, best thing you've put into the URL, I think, without a shadow of a doubt. Right, moving on. Oh, Greg Lucky. Oh, and Glenn coming up next after that, excellent. Oh, who are we endorsing? Oh, no, we're not. Good. Let me just go find Thingy's track. Wonder if he's still watching. I know he was on earlier. Okay, so the not last track, but the track before we had from this guy, it was dubstep side trance. Freaked me right out. Now we have Disciple remix. Greg Lucky. Sure, I'm. Yeah. Yes, mate, he is watching, and he's just said, "Let's go." So much bass face. Again, you've captured us within the first minute of your song. Where are you going to go? Again, it's a very vocally driven track, so it doesn't need that much in the background. It could. You can see what he does with it. Also says, I'm following a lot more people on SoundCloud tonight. That is why we're here! Okay, yeah, I understand breakdown, but you've got to make up for the impact you had here, either here or here. I'm interested to see what you do with it. Clever idea, sounds beautiful, mate. You see with the bass faces. I've liked a little bit more pizzazz from this one, but I understand its place. Here we go into the drop.
Greetings in the name of the Most High. Who am I dealing with? I, Celestia, Rastafari, and I.
Someone says, "Oh my God, I must go to sleep now." Well, thanks for around the bed.
Murder. Come correct when you talk to me. When you some boy can't talk to me. Just you come properly.
Double the impact for what came in here. Again, did it with the lyrics, did it with the vocals.
The wicked will see violence. I'm playing this on the migrants. Never peace and king. Praises to that time if I live in. Peace and love everlasting. So keep the music overlasting. Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Rasta youth, yeah them I deal with. Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Rasta youth, yeah them I deal with. Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Who them I talk to? Who them I deal with? Rasta youth, yeah them I deal with. Who them I talk to?
Desi is a Swedish friend of mine. Spammed him with the URL link earlier. Excellent. I think what we should do as artists as well is share when your track goes live. You know, if you can, like, oh, I'm on here, you know, in the next 5 minutes, kind of thing. Pulls people in, especially people who know you. There's nothing worse than tuning into a show and I'm fucking rabbiting on about somebody else's track that these guys know nothing about, you know? Maybe we'll implement that as a rule. Slick track. Slick track. Maybe could have made it a touch more busy here. And maybe here as well. Some percussion maybe. Gonna give you a rim and a 9. Awesome track, mate. Awesome fucking track. Okay, Hamilton. Glenn Hamilton. Ode to the Zebra. This is a sound we haven't heard. This is pre-master, by the way. I can't share. This one is a public track, private track. Just gonna knock that down a little bit. Thank you all, Greg Lucky, for your contribution to tonight's show. Awesome work. Love your stuff. Now we're in land of techno, boys. Where everyone wears black and sniffs coke. Oh, Charlie Ryan up next. Let's see if we can get 8 done in the next 40 minutes. That vocal is now becoming a percussive kind of rhythm. It was good, you could have carried on with it comfortably. Very, very well produced drum kit that I like. Craig Lucky says, thanks everyone for the show, see you next time. No problem, you can still get one in for number 2 if you're quick, fella. Second part, that is. Oh, this is the master, sorry.
Regional remix pack. So you got some for up north, some for down south. What the other thing? Yeah, that would work. What's on with the bar?
Again, we're in that land of me looking at people, worrying what I should be doing. Toilet, pill, snort line.
Keep on techno.
I love the way you're using the vocals. I really, really do. I want to see it kick off though. Why didn't you give us that there? Johnson says, oh, remix it, or still the bass drum, or something. You totally should, David. This is within your grasp. I know it is. This kind of stuff is within your grasp. It really, really is. The tracks just need to be a bit more techno and fuller. Maybe collab with him. Maybe do a collab with him. Hamilton, send David over a couple of stems, or Hamilton, send over a couple of drum stems to David Johnson, honestly, if you got time.
You should probably close your eyes, mate.
No, Morgan, he says the vocals should be louder. They're adding to the rhythm. I don't care what they're saying, they're just over and over again, repetitiveness. This speaks to me, this stuff, honestly. Oh, I've still got coffee left. It's cold. Hamilton says this track will be a free track, so go wild with it. I don't think I can share it yet, can I? Like, it's a private track, people, private track. So this is an exclusive to the URL. Thank you so much. Look, you've got I don't know if it's going to break here or not, but you've got your mix points comfortably. You mix up till there, past it if you want to go up to that one, and then I'd be mixing out around either here or here, depending on how long the intro is on the next one. Yeah, that's where I'd introduce the next. Yeah, Hamilton, I'm pretty sure the Clown Army would love to get a hold of your stems, like massively. You write great techno. I'm going to give you 9.2 on this one. I always like it when people go a bit more crazy with it. You know, you could definitely explore some of those synth noises and make them bigger. Yeah, and I like things to get a little bit more. Like maybe this here, but it's your track. You don't have to do. You know, I like it. Much prefer it when things come back in and they come in nice and big. You know, but yeah, what did I say? 9.2. I think it was 9.2, wasn't it? Awesome work, Glenn. Awesome work. Thank you so much for putting your stuff our way. I'm pretty sure you came via Paul Hellier. I'm sure that was where you came from. There's somebody else we don't see enough at the URL at the moment. However, he has a piece of his artwork winging its way to me as we speak. The Boris is a cunt. Degenerate coming up. 11-minute track. You fanny, Charlie Ryan. Not even play it from here. 11 sodding minutes, and I'm trying to get fucking 8 tracks done in 40. Even Charlie's doing big fucking intros these days. If you don't know who this is, why? First of all, you should know who this person is. He's stepped up his motherfucking game recently, this boy. Yes, Mr. I've got an RD9. Listen to it play. Fade outs suck, Morgan. They suck more than fucking intros. I understand the need for an intro. There's never a need just to fade a track out. Just we couldn't be bothered to end it, or it was so bad we had to. Fanatics marking the last track and gives it an 8.3. Yeah, my time as a DJ made me hate intros. There's literally no point of it. Dance track, straight one, and we're in. And what I found was people who couldn't mix at all would just mix the long intros at the wrong speed. They're not, you know, they're clashing all over the fucking show, and then they'll just blend into the next one. But that's not fucking mixing. What the fuck are you doing? Charlie, that was an awful intro. 3 cats for that intro. You could have started here, no problem. 11-minute long track. You got to be fucking blind in here for me to get the 11 minutes out of it. Bob, shoutout sandwich. What you got in it? Tell me you got pastrami, lettuce, tomato, pickles, Dijon mustard. Oh, and I'll be all over that. It would seem that way, Morgan, that yes, 11-minute long, he's had a 16-bar loop and chopped it at 16 minutes. 16 times. No, Bob, no, you can keep it. Simple cheese sandwich. Oh, no. I'd like to say yes, but I put a rule in to stop that. Maybe stick it in next week's thread. You have to DJ skip you fella. Send it to me privately. See if we got time. I'm trying to end after 3 hours. I think 3 hours is It's better go all jungle tech, mate. Skip you again. Matt Lewis has tuned in all the way from his fake island in Australia. Off. Catch you later, my man. Yes, actionless, I agree. Charlie's shutting it down, fella. 11 minutes? Right, Charlie, it's got it all going on. It literally has it all going on. But 11 minutes? 11 minutes? That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for anybody to keep one tune, you know. 11 minutes is a long time. As somebody said, it did sound like it was... no, it's not a Rat Fanatic 12,000. It's something else. Go and check out his studio tour. Yeah, go and check out his studio tour. He does mention it in there. It's a pedal that is it Doom or black metal guys use a lot, and it's from the 80s. But go and check that out. Yeah, Charlie, you just made us wait, like the king of making us wait, and you made us wait that entire fucking tune, man. 11 minutes. Whoa. Can we have a faster version of that, please? And that's where I'm going to leave it. Can we have a faster version of that, please? 11 fucking minutes. Right, now in 24 minutes, can I get 6 songs done in? Plus one from Mando. I don't know, what, 11 minutes? That's like... That's a long time, you know? Done like 3 tracks in that point. Darren Cole says, one of my favourite tracks is a 13-minute long track. Not shocked. Yenta gave it 94.20, as he always does. Was a bit stretched. Yeah. I don't know if it works as a record, but if it was on stage, him tweaking the knobs and stuff, I think that would work as well. But again, 11 minutes is a long time. Inky just put it in that shot. Agreed. Best bits, please. ears and speed up, Charlie. Matt says prog techno, there's nothing worse than that fucking world. Oh, prog techno. Oh, no, it was prog. Yeah, and Inch Filth does the same thing. 11 minutes, get 4 tracks in that time. Slamming them in, mate, slamming them in. The clarity has improved loads, Ron, loads. Remember the last couple of tracks you played really sort of muddy's the wrong word, but like suffocating. This sounds really good. Probably got done on the brute, micro brute, mini brute, whichever one it is. I know he's got one. He's got a drum brute as well. Yeah, David Johnson says levels adjust slightly, maybe, but cool anyway. I would add some more defined bass line. I kind of agree. Maybe the one that's just following the lead line? No, a little faster. Just to move on a bit, but yeah, good techno. Okay. That's got some nice things to say. It says, I'm digging this. Nice dark moody vibe. Right over your street, mate, right over your street. I'm not too sure you're on tonight, Matt. I think you're on next week. Yeah, you're way down the list, aren't Man says all good, bro. I was just waiting for a change. Was it like 3 AM or something ridiculous over there for you? It did have nice flow until it broke itself back down. Welcome to your imaginary island, Matt, or hello to your imaginary island from Bristol, England, the other side of the world. Yeah, it feels like a midpoint reload. And then back to the beginning, it just does that rise and fall again. Needs a touch more variation for me, other than the fact they went up, down, up, back down. Might be a touch long with what you've got in there at the moment. However, love the overall feel of the track. Feel like it might have gone a little bit too long and had a midpoint reload in it where you just kind of started from the beginning again. So it was just giving us the same. So that's how it felt. But loving the fact that your music is now clearer and more audible. All of those sounds were pretty. David Johnson says it could do with a little bit of an EQ, but I think that compared to the last couple of things you put in, the EQ in and the separation between the stuff is much better. Just work on your structure a little bit more, mate. I am gonna give you. I think I'm gonna give you Rimming an 8. Yeah, it felt like midpoint reload, and I just played this kind of again. So yeah, a touch more variation going on there. Right, and then I will read out Matt's question. Matt's answer to. We are on Bandcamp. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Matt says he's a paid shill. We know. Just to advocate Australia. We know, Matt. Hello? Translated for us, it says, I plant in your head salad, or something like that. Okay, I plant in your head salad. Just be like. No, Mando, which account did you send it to? Nothing on this one. You're gonna make me open it, aren't you? I want to open it on my phone so I can view it, yeah, and then you're gonna make me do that here. Whoa! Bastard made me remix. I'll plant you in a head salad, German equivalent for earworm. Thematic is giving it a 7.5. It's well out of my comfort zone, this one. Yellow says the snare needs a third. No, it needs to be crisper. slow, really, really light, really quirky. Reminded me of Kraftwerk, but then I didn't really listen to a lot of Kraftwerk, so. Oh, challenge of diplomatic skills, this one. It's a good job I've been watching Star Trek. Okay, so quirky set of sounds, worked well. A little bit light for me. Marking things outside your comfort zone is really, really unfair. I wish I had Lindsay here. She would probably paint a better picture for me. So it's so hard to mark tunes. Like, what would I do to it? I'd probably put a bigger kick over it. And a 303 line. Let's see what Mando does. See, Mando got some hair on his balls recently there. R&B and soul, beautiful.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Twat. So hard to mark something that's so out of your comfort zone, and so I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah. Yes, Mando, proper track. That was. I think that's really unfair not marking a track. Very, very quirky, you know. Very, very Kraftwerk. Yeah. See, this is me. I'm now breathing a sigh of fresh air because we're now into music that I understand. How weird is personal taste, you know, personal taste. Have we got another 7-minute long track there? Yeah. Amanda says thank you very much. No worries. Thank you for invading the stream with 1 minute and 40 seconds of craziness. Thank you. Yeah, it's so hard to mark, Inky, and it's such a subjective thing as to where you come from with music, you know. I hope that there's somebody in the thread that will pick them up and listen to them, you know. It's just, you know, unless I've got someone in who's really into ambient, you know, it's or quirk. Oh, this is V-Lady. Ah. Who is V-Lady in the real world? Lady? V-Lady? Lady? I hope I'm pronouncing that somewhere near right. Up the BPM is all I want you to do on this. Mine says 122, so in the real world it's probably 121. Professor Dick's beat, and I laughed my head off every step of the way. Yes, I'm sure you did. You'll find yourself very funny, little my friend. Oh, Valdi. Ah, yes. Ah, okay. The Y sounds E. Can do. Hopefully, next time you put a track in, I will remember. But I imagine it'll take about 6 months. Just needs a bit more pace. Just needs a bit more pace. David Johnson says quirky and cool. Tis just needs a bit more pace. Just a little bit more pace to it. 120 is so slow. What's going on? I just want a bit more pace to it, like. Honestly, 120. This has got groove. If you just ramped it up a little bit, you start feeling that groove more often. It's just like I used to listen to thrash, you know, Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, Maiden to a degree, Slayer, you know, and they're all really, really fast. So that's what I was listening to when I was younger, you know. David is going to say, David says, rather, fucking camera. Nobody's going to listen to me, but if raising the BPM on all tracks, it becomes another style. If you want to make 125 BPM house, it can't be 145 BPM, then it is not the same style anymore. Yeah, kinda. Says just speed the track up or speed YouTube up. Okay, so yeah, like you've got a great bass for a track there. I can see that it looks like it's all done on machines. I just want a little bit more pace out of you. It's the kind of pace where you know you can't stomp to it, but you can't kind of. You know, it's just in that, like, I either want to be on the dance floor or I want to be stood still. And this for me is so close to standing still rather than being on the dance floor, you know. I like what you've got going on there. Touch more variation and stuff on it. I'd like to see it a bit faster. I don't think it would be fair of me to give it a mark because it literally totally missed me by because of the speed, you know. I was getting like, yeah, and you kind of, you know. So yeah, it's the speeds. For some, like, you'd be rimming an 8, but I don't know how close to rimming an 8 you would be. I like what you've got going on there. But yeah, speed it up a bit and slight more variation at the end, or you know, this part of the track kind of thing. But you've got a solid bass there. So yeah. Right, now, right. So we're going from something that was very slow. Dwayne White's up next, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're almost on. Right. I guarantee this is going to excite. Completely different style, but let's, you know, but you can take elements from stuff that is interesting in other styles and incorporate that, you know. Stick an amen in there. Bass about to go. Enigmatic. Beanie Man Woman. Guessing it's a remix. Free download. Like I say, YouTube don't jump on us for musical copyright infringement. They are shit hot on visual copyright. What did I say? Bring that bass back. Bring that bass back, Dwayne. Dwayne, keep your tracks coming, mate. I'll find out medium for the sign in that as well. Mastered perfectly. So much bass. And on where you take us, this might be another track of the night. Good 2 so far. Ben says that's nasty, yeah. Proptic to Beat says starts off nice. That's an intro I can get behind. It's just up above you, Ben. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 chats up. Actionless says that a sawtooth sounds a bit unusual for the style. Cool, like it. Oh. Dwayne White, ladies and gentlemen, anime animatics. I hate pronouncing names. Morgan says, anyone got sketch soap? I need to clean myself. The baddest girl in the world. Just see my girl and woman. Me know your body is your weapon. The way you whine, I know you swear. Just see my girl and woman. Make sure you can hold me. Make sure you time to control me. John Alchemy says, I have concluded ragged dark D&B is the genre that everybody likes. This is true, and I do like it. But I can only stick it for like a couple of hours, you know. And this is why it's got groove. There's so many, you know. If you're a dancer, there's so many little bits that you can pick up on, you know. There's so many times. And it's interesting. Dwayne, loving that, mate. I'm going to give you track of the night as well. Just perfectly created, mate. Absolutely perfect created. Matt says I make D&B and can only listen to it for about more than 3 hours max. That's pretty much my limit of anything. If it's pounding rumble techno for 3 hours, I'm done. You know, if it's got variation to the night, I can stick with it. Sick as fuck, slick as fuck, animatics. Dwayne White, motherfucker is a G. Yeah, track of the night, my friend, simply because we don't get enough of that stuff at the URL. You know, Matt's not put in any drum and bass for ages, for like a long time. Our resident drum and basser, Sour Alien, again, we haven't seen tracks from him for a while. I guess that's because I'm tying them up with Clownfest and stuff. Point 2, we haven't seen a track from Point 2 in a while, you know? Who else makes drum and bass within the URL? There's got to be a few more. Oh, Sully Skills. Sully Skills haven't put anything in for a while. Who else? You know, there's loads of drum and bass people out there. We want more drum and bass at the URL. We really like drum and bass at the URL. So please fucking hand it all over. Oh, okay. So Right, it's a 3-hour show. What I'm going to do is end it in style as we usually do with, and I'll probably play it next week as well.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, fuck. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck you think it is? It's a fucking shoe, you
Weirdo?
What the fuck you think it is? It's a fucking shoe, you
Weirdo?
What the fuck you think it is? It's a fucking shoe, you
The thing's going on. What the fuck? The thing's going on. What the fuck? What the fuck? The thing's going on
Here. I think your DJ may be under the influence.
What the fuck? Do you think's going on?
Derek, you still watching, fella?
What do you think's going on here? What the fuck? What do you think's going on? What the fuck do you think's going on here?
Yeah, man, no, this is right in the vein of what you played.
Maybe under the influence.
If I end the show now, 3 hours and 3 minutes. 3:03. We're in minute 3:03, ladies and gentlemen.
I think your DJ may be under the influence. I think your DJ may be under the influence. What the fuck? Your DJ may be under the influence.
Yeah, says this makes it tough to decide what to do with the rest of my night. Who you think live in America?
The influence.
Yes, man, take it is.
What the fuck you think it is? It's a fucking shoe, you weirdo!
David Johnson says, cool show, good work, everyone. DMT gives it 1 million! Apparently that's all his vocals as well. What was the last word?
Maybe under the influence.
David Johnson. Derek. I can't remember your last name right now, so I'll call you Unhinged Filth. Unhinged Filth has been in the studio a few times, and we love it when he comes in the studio, and we love it when he puts his stuff on the show as well, because it's always great to end the show with that kind of stuff. That's what you want. You want to go out on a bang, right? You want to leave him wanting more. And as Ben said, that he's now torn between what he's going to do Saturday night. Are you going to stay in and make cheese toasties, or are you going to go out on the lash? And that's exactly what these tunes are supposed to do. So, Unhinged Filth, I'm going to give you like a 9.304 or 5 on that. Your stuff's always fucking shit hotly good and just crazy in the best way. And yeah, we'd like more of that kind of stuff. We don't want too much. Same as we don't want too many ambient soundscapes. We want a little bit. Excuse me. A little bit of techno. I know we've got some band stuff coming up next week. I may not share the post about too much, just in case we get like 60 tracks and I have to do a 5-hour show next week. So if you can find the thread, you can add to it, and it is literally all you got to do is go to any of my pages and keep scrolling until you find me with my naked butt, and then you're in. Right, to all the hardcore 31 people that we've got watching on YouTube that have stayed throughout the entire show, thank you so much. I was gonna do that, wasn't I? But Darren Cole, Darren, are you still on, mate? If you are, I will endeavour to do that. If Darren Cole is still on, I will give a preview. Actually, I'll give a preview anyway of the new artwork. Now, where do I need to take that? I need to take that over here. That Darren has done for the Clown Jewels. Oh, no, don't do that. So there is what Darren Cole has done for the album cover for the Clown Jewels stuff. And I am going to leave you this evening with something from the Clown Jewels, because I think that would be fitting, seeing as though this is the artwork and it is absolutely stunning. The more you look at it, the more you can see. This thing will be available as a print, an A3 print at some point, and you can get your grubby mitts on it. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. My other monitor has just died, so I'm going to have to go and rescue a remote to sort that out. I will be back into the comments to chat through the 4 minutes of the outro.